finances. First of all, why Parliament should control railway? Because railway is a part of central government. It is one of the department of the central government, railway department. So government means all. I think all of you know that is the Abraham Lincoln famous saying: "The government is of the people, for the people, by the people." So that means government is nothing but it is the for purpose of public. So as a public representatives, all parliament members have a very good control over our railway finances. So this is the one of the item in the financial rules syllabus for all departments. This is a there is a one code is there. 1 minute. The code is it is a general code. Previous name it was renamed as the Indian Railways Administration and Finance. It is available in the Google. This is the chapter 3. The chapter 3 is the railways, the public and parliament. So it is a keyword but not required. So PQR means PAC, questions asked the parliament, and answer means discussions on urgent matters the parliament, NC, cut motions, estimates committee, reference from MPs, and CQ means all committees. Committees on subordinate government assurance. Committee system referring a particular matter to the committees.
Recording in progress.
First we will check budgetary exercise. See, articles, I request all of you bring a notebook and pen every day. Whenever some important points, very, very important is there, you please note down. Yeah. And it is a useful for the MCQ practice time also. See, Article 1121 of the Constitution of India says clearly the budget, it is that exact wording is budget, the correct word, technical word is a statement of the estimated annual receipts and expenditure, whether on the capital or revenue. Commonly, this is the common word budget. Otherwise, it is called a statement of the estimated annual receipts and expenditure, the correct terminology. Is led before the both houses of the parliament by the finance minister. This is the article 1121 of the Constitution of India is saying. And here clearly they specified the proposed expenditure should be in the two parts. That is one voted, another is charged expenditure. And the parliament has the power to assent the budget or refuse to assent the budget to any demand or assent to any demand subject to a reduction of amount. They may have approved the budget or they may reject or they may approve subject to a certain amount of cut, that is called cut motions. This is also part of the budgetary exercise. Here, if the amount of grant or appropriation, grant appropriation is nothing but grant is for the voted expenditure, appropriation is for the charged expenditure, is found to be insufficient for the current year, then there is a provision for the supplementary grant or appropriation. Karnakar garu, please note down what is grant. One title, one article I will share.
Yes, sir.
There it is a all types of grants is there. That is a excess grant, supplementary grant, what is revised grant, we will discuss. Okay. So, in addition to budget grant in the beginning of the financial year, there is a provision for supplementary grant or supplementary estimate, because if the funds are not sufficient, all of you know that is the exercise REBE, revised estimate and budget estimates. So again for submitted by the railway board to the vote of parliament now after measure of budget through finance ministry. Okay. And in addition to budget grant and supplementary grant, there is a one more provision is there, excess grant. This is after the completion of the financial year. In some unavoidable circumstances, we may incur some additional expenditure in over and above the budget grant and supplementary grant. So such expenditure will be regularized or post facto sanction on the recommendations of the PAC, Public Accounts Committee. This is important. As a result of scrutiny of appropriation accounts of the railway as well as C&AG report, then excess grants are also presented after obtaining the recommendation of the President. So this is the Article 115, very important. Okay. Yeah. Then this is the very important budget allotment and budget orders because it is a frequently asked question and it is a little confusion also. So you can remember this mnemonic word AO. AO means accounts officer. That means A for first allotment, then O for next orders. So what is the budget allotment? Budget allotment nothing but a distribution of budget grant from the railway board to the zonal railway. Simple. A distribution of the budget grant. The grants voted by the parliament or appropriation as charged sanctioned by president, whatever it is there, this is the grant. It is distributed by railway board to railway administration. What is railway administration? All zonal railways and production units. As soon as possible after the budget is sanctioned, the moment budget was passed by the parliament, the distribution is nothing but allotment. Such a distribution communicated, such allotments are communicated through budget orders. So that means first phase is allotment, second phase is orders. The allotment is main important, the distribution. Such a distribution is communicated through budget order. Budget order means it is a vehicle, it is a document conveying the allotments to the zonal railways and production units. Okay, so don't confuse budget allotment, budget orders, both are frequently asking questions. Yeah. And suppose the budget order is not received on April 1st. So what to do? Because our financial year is commencing from April 1st. All of you know. Usually the budget is presented on the, now it is in the February 1st. Previously February last working day, 28th or 29th. Now it was advanced to February 1st. So there was a sufficient time for the parliament to discuss and approve. But certain times the budget order is receiving a little bit late. In that case also the railway administration are empowered, please check, to incur expenditure on works which were on progress at the end of the year. Works in progress. Yes, we can carry it. Okay. But all expenditure incurred under this rule must be treated as a charge against the allotments. After receiving allotments, we should adjust it to that allotments. Okay. Yeah. Whenever the budget orders issued by the railway board, any reduction, suppose we asked 100 rupees, but this is the budget estimates, but the budget grant is restricted to 85. So we should take all the steps to restrict the expenditure up to the 85, not to spend 100. Because this is only asking. Why it is called demands for grant? Demand is asking, grant is sanction. So whenever reduction is there, we should limit our expenditure to the up to this limit, 85 rupees only. Okay. Yeah. And this is a very important, this doctrine of lapse. What is the doctrine of lapse? It is the, suppose all of you know about the casual leave. Though LAP and other types of leave, it is a continue, carry forward. But for casual leave, if you are not availed at the end of the calendar year, December 31st, they will be lapse. They will not carry forward. Like that, the grant also, if you are spending, it is okay by 31st March. Otherwise, it will be lapse. It is not available for the next following year. Again, the fresh grant from the budget is required. Just because of you are not spending the last year grant, you don't have a authority to spend in the next year. Please remember, that is the doctrine of lapse. Okay. Here we will discuss some more budget terms. Please wait. I will open another write-up. This is also very, very important. Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah, please confirm. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It'll
This,
expand, sir.
yeah, this is sufficient. Yeah. Okay, right. See, this is the flow chart I shared in the WhatsApp group. Please go through. Very, very important, because all the related the budgetary terms, it is explained in short here. Please check. Already we discussed, this is the statement of the estimated receipts and expenditure of a government for a financial year. That is the Article 112 of the Constitution of India. What is guillotine? Guillotine, it is the bulk voting of remaining demands without discussion on due to time constraint. Because suppose in the last day there are several bills are pending. Several bills are pending. That is the for demands for grants. There is no time for discussion. So this is the called bulk voting, guillotine, without any discussion. So this is also frequently asked question. Yeah. Doctrine of lapse, just now we discussed, all pending must be bills or motions demands lapse with the dissolution of the Lok Sabha. This is the Lok Sabha terminology. Again, the budget proposals must be reintroduced in the budget. So, what is demands for grants? Demands, it is nothing but asking the funds from the parliament. Grant means whatever parliament is sanctioned. Please remember, here it is the demand for grants only should be voted by the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha voting is not required. But Rajya Sabha can discuss. Rajya Sabha can discuss. Being a finance bill, the Lok Sabha voting is required sufficient. That too voted expenditure. Charged expenditure, both houses can discuss. But the approval of the parliament is not required, even Lok Sabha also. Only this is called appropriation sanctioned by the President of India. President of India sanction is must for charged expenditure. Whereas voted expenditure, the parliament approval, that is nothing but Lok Sabha as well as President sanction. See, remember, as per the Constitution of India, demands for grants presented to the Parliament after obtaining the sanction of the President of India in advance. Please check. On the budget presentation day, the Finance Minister has went to the Parliament, President of India, and obtaining his or her permission, then they moved the Parliament. And after presenting the Parliament also, Parliament approval means, please remember, Parliament consists of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and President of India. So after President of India sanction only, that is the passing by appropriation bill, the budget is sanctioned. Okay. Yeah. So this is the charged expenditure. Again, we will discuss some more time. Yeah. Vote on account. This is a very important. Sometimes the elections are due in the month of May or June. So this is not correct. The existing government has to present full budget for the 12 months. In such cases, they are presented either 2 months or 4 months interim budget, not interim budget, it is a vote on account. That is nothing but temporary approval to incur expenditure for the part of the year. Normally it is either 2 months or 4 months. Once after elections are completed, when full-fledged government is taken to the power, then they can replace this vote on account by the full budget, 12 months. So vote on account is very important. And another term, this is the appropriation bill. What is appropriation bill? This is the authorized government to withdraw money from the consolidated fund of India, and it should be happened after passing of the demands for grants by the parliament. So just passing of the demands for grants is not sufficient to draw the money. Again, the next step is we have to introduce the appropriation bill to the parliament and it should be passed. Okay. Yeah. And finance bill, it is nothing but legal backing for the tax proposals of the budget. Any tax proposals, whether it is increasing the GST or income tax, any tax proposals, it is comes under the purview of the terminology finance bills. This finance bill must be passed within 75 days after introduction to the parliament. Okay. Yeah. Consolidated Fund of India, Contingency Fund of India and Public Account of India, these three are the part of the government accounts. Like your bank account is maintained at the savings bank account in the State Bank of India or Punjab National Bank. Like that, the government account also is maintained in the Reserve Bank of India and the Central Accounting Section in three parts. Why three parts means this is a purely government money, consolidated fund. So that's why parliament approval is compulsory. Only government of India. It is also called as a reservoir of government money. This is contingency fund is nothing but a provision to meet urgent and unforeseen expenditure operated by President of India. This is a temporary, not temporary. It's a to meet urgent. So regular consolidated. Whenever in case of urgent, it is not possible to take the parliament approval, then we have to use contingency fund of India. Normally it is the new service or new instrument of service. This is nothing but it is a trustee. It is the public money, not government money. So government money means it is the consolidated. If it is the public money, say for example, provident fund money, provident fund of the railway employees, or deposit EMD received from the contractor, security deposit received from the contractors. All these, our government is act as the trustee. So this amount we should not use it for the day-to-day expenditure of the railways or any other government organizations. Please check. This is the public account of India. Please check. Here the first two words is the fund. Consolidated fund, contingency fund. But here it is the account. Okay. Yeah. Cut motions we will discuss in the present session. So what is budget session? Budget session normally it is started in the February. This is the normally budget session, winter session, some 3-4 nomenclatures is there. So this is the longest session of the Parliament of India. Normally deals with the budget. Okay. Yeah. What is 0 hour? 0 hour members raise urgent matters without any prior notice. But if agreed by the either Speaker or Vice President of India, Chairman Rajya Sabha. But it is not mentioned in the Constitution. But as per the Parliament procedure, it is allowed. It is called 0 hour. Okay. Yeah. And what is the money bill means? Money bill dealing exclusively with taxation or expenditure. Okay. Here already I told the Rajya Sabha role is only advisory. It can discuss, but it has no powers to approve this money bill. Only Lok Sabha. Yeah. Supplementary grant is nothing but additional funds. See, budget grant is not sufficient. The moment the government come to the conclusion the grant is not sufficient for the 12 months, then it will mooted supplementary estimates. Supplementary estimates, that is the REBE exercise, revised estimate and budget estimate exercise. So if it is the supplementary estimates is approved, then it is called supplementary grant. Okay. But in our railway terminology, it is the revised grant in our internal circle. That is incorrect. This is the parliamentary terminology. Supplementary grant is correct. Okay. Yeah, I will share one write-up. What is grant? Yeah. So it is presented during the same financial year. But excess grant after completion of the financial year to regularize any excess expenditure. So that is nothing but post facto approval. Okay. Yeah. Here token grant, it is nothing but a demand of 1 rupee to regularize expenditure from the savings. Suppose we have savings is there in our grant. So we just want to regularize the expenditure. We are asking token grant. Okay. Reappropriation we will discuss again. It's a very big topic. This is nothing but the railway administration has a power to reappropriate from one head to another head after issued by the parliament grant. So each and every time wherever changes is required, we should not go to parliament and disturb again and again. So they have given some powers to the railway administration to reappropriate, yes, from demand number 3 to 4, or one primary unit to another primary unit, one planet to another planet. It is all some rules are prescribed for railway board and general railways. We will discuss. That is called reappropriation. Okay. And last one, vote of credit. What is vote of credit? It is a new term. Please check. A lump sum grant for national emergencies. Details will be disclosed later. Suppose there was a war or COVID situation, very emergency situation. So they will give lump sum grant for to meet national emergencies. That's like a credit facility. That's like a credit facility is given. So this is also important for examination point. So details will be disclosed later. First we will give immediately grant. Yes, Go ahead, 100 crores or 1000 crores. Okay. Now again we'll back to our regular session, parliamentary control. Yeah, any queries I'll take up at the end of session. Yeah, please confirm, Sridhar or Kadakar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Visible.
Just a minute. Yeah. Yeah. So now this budget portion is completed. Now we'll go to estimates committee, the second one. Here, see, parliamentary committees, there are number of committees more than 20, around 20 is there. But for railway point of view, the committees, whatever mentioned in this chapter only important for railway, our exams, not other committees. That means public accounts committee or convention committee or estimates committee or assurances committee, all these committees. So we'll restrict our discussion with the only the committees mentioned in this chapter. Okay. This is very, very important. Usually our committees are joint parliamentary committees. All of you know, those who are reading newspapers. Joint committees means it is a representation of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. But however, this is the committee only from Lok Sabha. There is no representation of the Rajya Sabha. Please remember. All 30 members from the Lok Sabha only. The term 1 year. As far as railways, all committees it is a 1 year, except the Railway Convention Committee 5 years. Please remember. Okay. Yeah. The members selected every year from the Lok Sabha according to a principle of proportional representation, not much important. The chairperson of the estimate committee is appointed by Speaker. See, this is the general rule. A minister is not eligible to become a member of the committee. In case the member after his election to the committee becomes a minister, he should resign, he should cease from that committee from the date of such appointment. Okay, I think this rule it is exempted in case of the committee of parliamentary committee on the official language only, because that parliamentary committee of the official language, the chairman is the home minister. Okay. All other committees, you please check the ministers, neither of the minister will become a member of the committee. Okay. And what is the object of this estimates committee? This is important. Scrutinizing the functioning of all the government ministries or departments, including railways, in terms of the expenditure and utilization of the funds. So this is the most powerful committee, estimates committee. Okay, and it also suggests the advises the policies about efficiency and economy. Also, exams are led within the limits of policy implied in the estimates, and also suggests the form in which budget estimates shall be presented to the parliament. That means the demands for grants, what is the form to present, this form number. So that's why it is called the budget estimates. The name also estimates committee, because it is related to the budget estimates. Okay. Yeah. So this is also called financial standing committee. The PAC and estimates committee is called financial standing committee. That means it deals with the finance powers. The committee from time to time select some estimates. For example, they select the railway estimates, railway demand number. They can examine all the details. Okay. Yeah. This is a small important committee on subordinate legislation. Here it is the important point. It has two separate committees. Lok Sabha is one committee. It is not a joint committee. Please remember. Rajya Sabha is a separate committee. This committee is 15 members. This committee is 15 members. Those both are separate. Please remember. Separate committees. Whereas PSC, joint committee. Convention committee, joint committee. Railway Convention committee. But estimates committee only Lok Sabha. So that means two committees is there. This is also 1 year term. What is its object of the committee means whether the powers are making regulations, rules, sub-rules, bylaws by the constitution are delegated by the parliament are properly exercised by the executive within the scope of such delegation or not. Subordination powers. Because the parliament delegated some powers to the railway ministry. The railway ministry is exercise those powers within the powers delegated by the parliament or constitution or not. So this committee job is that much. Okay. Yeah. And this is a very important question, frequently asking question. NRUCC, that is a national level. ZRUCC, zonal level. DRUCC, divisional level. And important thing you have to remember, this zonal and divisional, it is called committee. Whereas national level, the last C stands for council. That is important in case of abbreviations. And all these committees or council, it is the consultative in the character. That means they cannot mandate the government of India, you please do this job or that job. That means their role is only advisory. Normally, will give priority, will give respect to their suggestions, all these things. But the nature they clearly established, it is called consultative in character. And one more thing, the staff DR disciplinary rules appointment are not purview of these committees. Only it is related to the passenger amenities, not for the staff welfare, not for the disciplinary matters, not for the appointments of the staff. Okay. Yeah. So as a part of our job, we are providing free passes and allowing traveling allowance for the non-official members for attending committee meetings or any other work of the committee. What is the object? Why it is NRUCC? Because it is a securing better representation of the railway users as well as parliament members, MLAs being the public representatives. And it was a frequent consultation between railways and users on the matters. And the object is improving the passenger services. They may recommend stopping of the trains at particular places, or they may ask introduction of new trains, new lines. Okay. So who are the members? Yes, Chamber of Commerce, Trade Association, Industry Association, Agriculture Association, Handicapped Association, because to represent the handicapped passengers, Registered Passengers Association, Consumers Organizations, and this is the why it is a part of today's topic. MLAs and MPs also, and railway officials. Here the abbreviation is very important. The chairman is very important for examination point. Chairman is a national level Minister of Railways, zonal level GM, divisional level DRM. Please remember, national level it is not CRB. CRB also will participate, but is not a chairman. Chairman is the Minister for Railways. Okay, the term is all these three, 2 years, 2 years, but commencing is different. July, April, January, not important, and almost it is a minimum 2 times. Okay, National Railway 2 times, but ZRUCC and DRUCC 3 times in a year. Okay, important thing you have to remember the character, the what is the consultative character, this and object and abbreviations and chairman is very very important. Okay, the term. Now we'll check committee on the government assurances. Okay, yeah. So this is also I told you now committee on subordinate legislation, two different committees like that. This is also two different committees. That is LS is separate committee and RS Rajya Sabha is separate committee. It's not joint committee. Here also both 15 and 50. What is the object? This is also term 1 year. Except Railway Convention Committee, all other committees relating to railways, it is the 1 year. Please remember, whether it is a estimates committee, PAC, or government assurances or subordinate legislation. See, the name itself is very easy to understand the object. Suppose the railway minister promised South Coast Railway from the so and so date. So this committee is examined whether the railway minister assurance given to the parliament that new zonal railway should be effective from the so and so date or not. It is a monitoring this committee. Suppose the railway minister assured one member of parliament in the Lok Sabha. So the Lok Sabha committee is assured the monitoring whether it is the fulfilled or implemented by the ministry or not. Okay. Yeah. So that is the only this committee. Then this is the most important among all committees. Public Accounts Committee. Frequently asked. All of you know it is called PAC. PAC means Public Accounts Committee. The powerful committee among all the parliamentary committees in the railways or government of India. So it is a standing parliamentary committee. Whenever standing parliamentary committee is there, it is under control of Speaker of Lok Sabha. This is the joint committee. So 22 is the total members, 15 plus 7. So what is the criteria for distribution of 15 and 7 means 2:1 ratio. Wherever joint committees is there, it is in the ratio of 2:1. Because all of you know the Lok Sabha is having 545 members, Rajya Sabha is having 250 members. So if you know the total members, it is very, you need not by heart the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Okay. Here also that is the 1 year. This is a rule already I told none of the members shall be a minister of government. Yeah. Here this is the interesting thing. Please check 1967 onwards. The PSC chairman is from the member of the opposition, not ruling party. And don't confuse, it is not opposition party leader. Many member. Though it is there is not mandatory rule, but it is a custom or practice. Even in the state assemblies also, you please check this custom is followed. Okay. So what is the functions of PSC? Very very important. It is linked with the C&AG. This is the main work. Examination of the appropriation accounts of all departments. This is the main job. Appropriation accounts is nothing but it is the reporting back to the government of India. Suppose if your father gave the 5,000 rupees for your picnic, it is your job to report back to your father after completion of the picnic. This is the amount you gave, this is the amount I spent. So, like that, the government of India also should report to the parliament after 31st March to inform the parliament in the form of appropriation accounts what is the grant, what is the amount spent, comparison. So, such appropriation accounts, behalf of the parliament, the PAC will examine behalf of the parliament, because parliament means 545 members, it is not possible to discuss. Okay, and on each and every appropriation accounts of the ministry, the C&AG is prepared one report, C&AG report. That C&AG reports also, it is a scrutinized, examined by the this PAC. And C&AG report on the not only expenditure, this is only expenditure part, appropriation, and revenue receipts C&AG report also it is showing. So what is their job? Suppose we asked grant under demand number 4 for 100 crores, but we spent 20 crores on the demand number 16. So it is a incorrect. Such things they are clearly observed. Whether the appropriation accounts as having been dispersed were legally available or not. What is legally available? Legally available for demand number 4. But we spend on the demand number 16. Such thing they are crucially observed. Okay. And they are checked the whether confirm the authority, sanctioning authority is correct or not. And all reappropriations as per rules correctly exercised by the railways or not also they will check. Normally, though it is not mandatory, but normally the PSC recommendations are implemented by the government of India. But it is not mandatory. So working of PSC, if you check the rules of procedure of Lok Sabha, it is clearly mentioned the representatives of the Ministry of Railways, Defence or all departments should appear before PSC whenever they called. Suppose our appropriation accounts, they are examined, railway appropriation accounts, they noticed some mistake or something in demand number 5 of the Southwestern Railway. They may call immediately Southwestern Railway GM, or they may call the respective railway board member or railway board CARB. Anyone they can call before them. So during the this discussions or committee proceeds, this is called interrogation of the witnesses. Please check the word they are used, interrogation of the witnesses. Who are the witnesses? It is not either J grade officer or SA grade officer or not. Only GM and above rank should go and represent to the Ministry of Railways before PSC while examining our ministry appropriation accounts. In that meeting, the C&AG, Controller and Auditor General, is act as the friend, philosopher and guide to the PSC, not for Railway Ministry. Okay. So they may recommend any disciplinary action against the railway official. Though it is not mandatory, normally we will implement PSC recommendation. Okay. This is the 3 stages. First, we can easily, there are 3 stages: action taken notes, action taken report, action taken statement. So you remember mnemonic word NRS. So what is action taken notes? See, on PSC recommendation, the government is prepared on action taken notes. What are the actions taken against the railway responsible officials, and At this stage, we are fixed the responsibility at the officer level, and we should inform to the PAC. Here, please remember, inform to the PAC means it is nothing but inform to the Parliament. Parliament is the supreme body. So, what action? Suppose they recommended action against a particular zonal railway GM. So, immediately we will inform the Public Accounts Committee. This is the action. We issued SF11, we issued SF5, and we warned the railway official not to repeat the mistake like that. We have to inform in the action taken notes. Then PSC is examined this action taken notes and they issued action taken report to the again ministry or government. Then again this government or our railway ministry, we prepared one action taken statement and submitted directly to the parliament, not PSC. So this is the government action on the PSC recommendations. Okay. Now we'll come to RCC. The uniqueness of this RCC is, so all other committees, it is the general committees covering all ministries or departments. But this committee is exclusively for Ministry of Railways. Exclusive for Ministry of Railways. Yeah. Just a minute. I'll come back in 2 minutes. Please wait. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back. Yeah. Please confirm one of the cost.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. This is the only pertaining to Railway Ministry. Railway Convention Committee. See the name also Railway. So it is a one of the unique feature is it is a ad hoc committee, not permanent or standing committee. What is ad hoc? Suppose the Lok Sabha was dissolved after 2 years, though the complete term is 5 years, it was dissolved after 3 years. Then the committee, this RCC also will be dissolved. Again, when fresh Lok Sabha was established, again we have to move a proposal to this creation of this establishment of this again RCC again and again. Okay, so it was constituted from time to time. It's not a standing committee, though it is a PAC, whereas PAC and other committees it is a standing committees. It is not dissolved with the dissolution of the Lok Sabha. Okay, yeah. So here this is also joint committee. If you remember the 18 members, it is a sufficient. The total members 18 because the distribution already I told 2:1. That means 12 plus 6. 12 Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha 6. Okay. Yeah. So the chairman of committee is appointed by the speaker. Yeah. The first Railway Convention Committee is in 1949 for Accounts Department staff for AFA aspirants. Please go through the Finance Code. In the chapter 1, I think it is clearly mentioned about the all RCCs from the first RCC. What are the recommendations all there? Okay. So each Lok Sabha is having a separate Railway Convention Committee. Okay. The moment it submitted final report, it was no more. Normally, it was not required. So, what is the recommendations of this RCC means? Yeah. So, like this PSC, this is also after report presented to the House. There are again 3 stages. That is, action taken notes, action taken report, like this. Okay. Whatever rules suggested by the Railway Convention Committee normally applicable for a period of 5 years. Okay. Not more than 5 years. Again, next RCC will be recommended. So, what are the RCC recommends? The dividend payable to the Ministry of Finance. Now, it is not required because from 2017 and 18 this year, please important, the merger of budget, almost every exam this question is asked. The year of merger of budget. So from the year of merger of budget, the dividend is not required to pay because the capital at charge is 0 now. So that is not important now. How much amount we are appropriated to DRF and other funds, and what is the rules of expenditure allocation between capital and revenue, how railway surplus after payment of dividend, now it is not required, should be distributed among railway funds. What are the funds? Development fund, capital fund, safety fund, RRSK, all these funds, how to distribute. And any suggestions for the improvement of the administration of railway finance, accounting matters, management practices, and how much rolling stock should be manufactured or produced, all other matters in or any other special matters specifically advised by the Ministry of Railways. It is a functioning of RCC. Okay. Now, this is very, very important. This is also called VIP references. See, the parliament member may ask some help or some information from the railway ministry. They may suggest something. Okay. Here, please check. This is the already told of chapter 3. Para 316 clearly says letters often addressed by the members of parliament to the ministers or members of railway board or GM or any other officer in connection with the public or staff complaint. The subject matter of such reference should be investigated fully, expeditiously. So the complaint or reference should be investigated completely. Should not give we should give sufficient importance, and a reply should be issued in each case over the signature of the addressee. That means if it is a letter addressed to GM, the GM has to reply personally with his personal signature. Not he should not delegate to deputy GM or AGM or any PHOD. Further, in order of the action is taken in line with the reply issued to the member of parliament at the level of railway board, a copy of the reply should be sent to the railway administration. Suppose the railway board is send one reply for regarding to SWR. So a copy also should send to the SWR. Very, very important. So this is called CA3 reference, means confidential assistant grade 3 reference. Okay. So here 5 categories are there. That means the representation decided by the chairman, minister, or any important for important persons. So here Please remember, I'll tell you small, easy to remember. 5 categories you can remember: A, B, C, D, E. This C is nothing but it is a middle of A, B, C, D. So you just rename it as M. And E, it is a nothing but other than A, B, C, D. The E comes. So you just change it to O. That's all. So now tell me, this is nothing but A category, B category, M category, and D category, and O category. Or else you can remember one more thing, MDO. MDO, it is a popular term using in the central government. What is MDO? Ministries, departments, and organizations. Ministries, departments, and organizations. Either of thing, you just remember the categories A, B, M, D, O. Yeah, Abhishek ji, please quick. Or else
Sir,
please wait for the end of the session.
it's ABMCO, na? It's
Yes, see,
ABMCO.
sir. It is to be C.
No, A, B, M, D, O. Oh, okay,
See,
okay.
see,
Right,
see,
right.
sir.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Abhishek ji. Yes. Yeah. So I can change this. Yeah, little change is there. Yeah. Good alert. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. It is the A, B, C, D. So in between M. Yes, not A, B, C, D. Please remember A, B, C, D in between M, and D is nothing but this D, it is nothing but it becomes O. O means others. Very good. Yeah. Now we'll check. A means all of you know the first one is the top priority. What is top priority? All incumbent ministers or member of parliament or member of legislative assembly or member of legislative council, wherever dual legislature is there in some states, or including President of India, Vice President of India, central ministers, ministers from states, MPs, anyone. Only thing present ministers category. If they become ex or former, it is the category B. Same categories, but X. And what is EM? The communication or letter received in the ministry, Minister of Railways or Minister of State Railways, and if they endorsed any remarks, that is important. Just receiving the reply is not correct. If the minister has endorsed some, yes, the member infrastructure, please look into it, or CRB, please look into it. If the remarks are then that is come M. So M means minister. C means confidential assistant or private secretary. What is C? Letters seen by the private secretary. Just seen by the private secretary if you endorse something not covered under ABM. Suppose if it is covered under M, then it is not C, it is a M only. Or one letter seen by the private secretary, that is a letter received from the minister, present minister. Yes, it is a only, not C. But it is neither A nor B nor M, but seen by the private secretary to the Minister of Railways or Minister of State for Railways, then it is a C. Fourth priority. If the reference is not covered under first 4 categories, it is just received in the ministry secretariat, but not neither covered A nor B nor M nor C, then O. O for others. So whatever it may be, this replies to all CA3 reference should be given top priority. Okay, yeah. And all in railways, GM, DRM, CWM, all PHOs should keep close watch on the CA3 references, and replies should be sent to the railway board also immediately without delay. If any railway board wants a CA3 reference sent to the concerned railways, immediately we should reply. Suppose in case final reply will take some 10 to 15 days, immediately we should submit at least interim reply. Okay, yeah. And all MPs or VIP reference acknowledgement should be sent under the signature of GM or DRM personally to the MP or VIP. First we will acknowledge, and action should be on top priority, and reply should be given to concerned MP or VIP without fail. If final reply takes a time, I told you now, interim reply. Normally it is advised 10 to 15 days. There is no specific, it is a normal. And they have to maintain a VIP register. Okay. Yeah. Now come to how many items is there? 9, 10. Yeah, we'll complete. Yeah, this is a big topic, but definitely we'll get 1 or 2 questions out of 15 questions. Okay. Here committee system is there. What is committee system? Suppose one hot discussion is going on the country regarding any issue. So the parliament may form one committee consisting of parliament members. So that may be a railway or any other departments. So this is also a part of parliamentary control over railway finance. These are all regular committees, but any special committee they may appoint. Okay. Now this is the very important topic, cut motion. Cut motion means resolution. Suppose a resolution is moved for grant of funds, for demand of or grant of funds. So the parliament has a power to cut either completely, not completely, we'll check. So it is a special power in the hands of members of Lok Sabha to reduce demand. How much they can reduce, it is all dependent on the type of cut. Okay. Yeah. But as per parliamentary norms, if the cut motion is adopted, it is nothing but equal to no confidence vote. So if the government is failed to support the members of the Lok Sabha, it is supposed to resign according to the norms of the House. But such a situation is not happened so far in our Indian government. Okay. Yeah. But here the important whether to admit this cut motion or not, it is entirely the discretion of the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Because it is the power of the Lok Sabha, not Rajya Sabha. So whether to admit or not, it is a complete discretion. Usually the Speaker of Lok Sabha is come from the ruling party, so normally that is a very rare case. But it is a part of parliament power, so we have to discuss. Nowadays the members can issue the notices through online also in the Lok Sabha. Okay. So we'll discuss the 3 types of cuts. One is the disapproval of policy cut. Yes, we are not agreed the policy. So the policy, the grant is 100 crores. They passed only rupee 1. Rupee 1. That means the balance entire amount they will cut. Okay. Yeah. Here economic cut. Economic cut means that is the austerity measures. See, the government is in severe crisis. Why spending such a huge amount? So they cut some amount. That means 100 crores they may cut 20 crores or 10 crores and the remaining amount is passed. And last one is important and interesting. It is a token cut. What is token cut? Here the object is not agreeing the policy or not related to the austerity measures. They are not happy with the present government. They want to express their displeasure or grievance. So they will cut only 100 rupees. The cut amount is 100 rupees. The entire grant is passed. They cut only 100. Okay. So please check. This is the table I gave examples. Policy cut means yes. Entire amount was cut. Only passed is 1 rupee. Here economic cut means yes, a specific amount is cut. It may be 30,000, 20,000 or 10,000, 5,000. The object is austerity measures, savings. But token cut, they cut only 100 rupees. Entire amount is passed. Why? Because they want to express their displeasure against the government. Okay. And this is also very, very important questions asked in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. If you know the one incident in recently, there was a case against the Lok Sabha member. I am not naming the party because the concerned member has taken money from the business organization for asking the questions in the Lok Sabha. Okay. So any member of parliament may ask a question for the purpose of obtaining the information on the matter of public importance. They may ask any question, member of parliament. So the minister, concerned minister, supposed to give a reply. So again, these questions are three kinds of questions. Three kinds of questions. One is important, starred. Starred means this star symbol is there in asterisk. Unstarred, no star. And short notice. What is importance of this asterisk? It is nothing but the minister should give reply, oral answer in the form of oral. He should present the House of Parliament and he should give oral answer to the member. And this oral answer should be followed by the any supplementary questions also. So this is very important. Starred questions means should be presented in person. But an unstarred question, he need not be present. Just a written answer is provided to the member or parliament is sufficient. Written answer. Generally, there is no possibility for the supplementary questions here. Okay. And what is short notice questions? This is on the a public importance or urgent character. They may call short notice questions. But here the notice period is minimum not less than 10 days. Okay. But 0 hour you can ask any question. There is no notice period or something. But these questions we should give in time, in advance. Okay. And another thing is called adjournment motion or calling attention motion. Suppose some big issue is going on in the India, so they may side up all regular business of the parliament and they may take up through this adjournment motion or calling attention motion any public importance topic. Okay, that is a discussion can be only with the permission of the chair of the house, that is the speaker of the Lok Sabha or vice chairman, chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so these are the parliamentary control over. Yeah, this is a table, summarized table. So committee, what is the tenure, what is the total member, what is the type of committee. These are the key takeaways. Yeah, another 10 minutes, I will conduct a small MCQ practice test, or else I will take this one in the next Friday session. Yeah, please wait. Very quick, just for brief. Then we will take up the queries. Yeah, participants, please wait. I'll take up the queries. Yeah, please confirm one of the host.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, scrolling also is okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please answer in the chat box. Already I discussed it. This is the what is budget order, what is budget allotment. I discussed it. It is a distribution. Yes, it is the budget allotment. Okay, 1 minute. So it is the budget allotment. So what is orders? It is a nothing but communication of such allotments to the zonal levies. That is the important. Yeah, please tell me. Any unspent balance, it is a lapse. What is the doctrine? Very easy. Yes. It is neither doctrine of expiry, not attribution, nor blended. So none of this. What is none of this? Doctrine of lapse. These are all questions I taken from the previous year question papers. So this is not much. Yeah. What is the term of the committee of subordinate legislation? I already told except one committee. All other committees are 1 year. NRUCC, I told specifically last C. Yes, council. So you can eliminate all others immediately. If there is none of this, because the last C council means this is incorrect, this is incorrect, this is incorrect, this is only right. Whereas in zonal and divisional it is called committee. Chairman, already I told. Yes, it is the Minister for Railways. Yeah. Anyway, please go through. Better we'll discuss in the next practice session. Please go through this PPT. I already shared in the group. Yeah, Anilji, please unmute.
Sir, in that token cut, the amount of the demand is reduced by just 100 rupees. When they are reducing only 100 rupees, how they will show the means displeasure against the government? If they want show to the displeasure, na, they may cut so many means much amount.
Yes.
Na?
Yeah, very good. Because here they agreed that estimate, that budget estimate, it is correct. Because the railway ministry asked a particular project 100 crores. If they are agreed 100 crores is sufficient. But they want to express displeasure. They are not happy with the government on some other points.
Okay, sir.
So this is the only way to express their displeasure. I told you now, this is the rare of the rarest possible.
Yes,
Because
sir.
first of all, speaker should admit, and he should be a support of the other members. Normally, ruling parties have support. So very rare. I told you now, as per parliamentary procedure, it is supposed to resign the ruling ministry. Okay, very
And
rare.
sir, second one, sir, earlier you have shown some chart flow regarding budget. You have told, sir, you have shared in the group. I think we have not received in this group, sir. You have
Yeah,
shared some.
maybe you joined a little late. I will share once again.
Please,
And
sir. Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
yeah, Dadaji, please unmute.
Sir, what about this doctrine of lapse, sir? It is same for revenue and capital.
Everything. There is no discrimination. Every grant, if not spent on 31st March, any unspent amount, it will be lapse.
So again, during final modification, again they will project the same in the next year, sir.
Yeah, final projection, it is for current year, not for next year. Final projection means, suppose the revision estimate stage, we are asked some additional amount. Maybe they are not sanctioned or something. Again, we are asked final modification estimate is nothing but it is not going to the parliament. Okay, it is only for within railway. Only REB stage only it is going to the parliament. Final modification is nothing but within our adjustment.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. What about the capital, sir? If it is getting lapsed and we can't carry it to next year, and if the work is incomplete, then what is the process, sir?
Yeah, as a executive, you should ask in the budget estimate next year also.
Next year also.
You cannot ask 10 years amount in the 1 year. Na? You are asking for the 2024-25. So you should spend that amount. Again for 25-26, you should ask in the next year.
Okay, sir.
See, here remember we are asking funds for the not for entire project amount. Only for current year, how much we are asking, that is important. Huh?
So for any capital, this thing yearly estimates will be floated, sir.
Yes, exactly. Every year we have to ask, depend on the required.
So for example, if Kotipalli Narsapur line, if the project of 1600 crore, so each year certain amount they'll ask for
Yeah,
funds.
we have to ask.
Okay, sir.
Regular exercise this is. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Virender ji, please unmute.
सर गुड इवनिंग
Yeah,
सर
please speak.
पोस्ट फैक्टर अप्रूवल का मतलब क्या सर
Post facto means, see, you have to take prior permission, but it is not possible. Huh? So first you spend the amount and take the permission from the parliament later. That is post facto. Okay.
गुल कोटिन सर ये थोड़ा क्लियर करना सर
Yeah, suppose your grant is 100 rupees, but you spent 105 rupees. It's not possible to, before spending 5 rupees additional, not possible to go to parliament and ask the approval. So you have to explain the reasons why it is spent additional 5 rupees. Then parliament is considered, the PSC will consider, PSC will recommend the sanction of additional 5 rupees, and it is happened after closing of financial year, that post facto. That is called excess grant. Okay. Okay, Virender ji? Yeah. Next is Shivji.
Namaskar, sir. Sir, what is civil grant and civil ministry? So please indicate.
Civil grant.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, income tax is there. So it is the civil grant. It is not railway ministry expenditure. And
HB also, sir.
yeah, group insurance is there. That is not railway ministry item. It is the Ministry of Finance. House building advance is there. It is not railway ministry. It is the Ministry of Finance. These are called civil estimates, civil demands. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, we are also projected, but behalf of us, the finance ministry is projected and distributed to us. House building advance. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Pintu ji.
Yes, sir. Have you shared the PPT on the group, sir?
Yeah, once again I will share you. Maybe you joined a little later. I'll share once again. Arvind ji.
Okay.
Please quick. Yeah, GLNG.
Sir, in cut motion, how many votes to cut? How many votes in parliament should get, sir, to pass cut motion?
How many?
Votes, sir. Vote.
Yeah, majority.
Majority. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, Kumarji.
Sir, kindly elaborate on CA3 references, sir.
Pardon?
CA3 references, CA3 VIP references.
Yeah, tell me your query.
Sir, वो ये C category C वो
Yeah, category C is nothing but C represent confidential assistant. So that means letters seen by private secretary to the Minister of Railways. See, Ashwini Vaishnav is having one private secretary. So if private secretary has seen any letter and it is not comes under A or B, that means one person has sent one letter to railway minister. So it is seen by the private secretary. Then it is comes under C. Okay. If it is sent by present member of parliament, it is comes under A. If it is a ex-member, it is a B. If other than A and B means any other VIP. Okay. Yeah. Suppose one corporation chairman is there, one municipal chairman is there, like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Kumar ji. Over. Ravi Ranjan ji. Yeah. Project organization ji. Please check one of them. Unmute.
Yes, sir. Ravi Ranjan.
Yeah. Bataye ji.
Sir, please repeat about A, B, C, D, E, A, B, M, D, O, S.
Yeah, please remember it is a only present ministers, present MLAs, present MPs, present top VIP post. Okay. B means ex-member of parliament, ex-president of India, ex-vice president of India, ex-minister, like that. Okay. C means other than A and B, the letter received from VIP, it is seen by the private secretary. A, B, C. M means the letter received from VIP but not covered under A and B, and it is seen by the minister, railway minister. Endorsement is there. That is M, third one. C is the fourth one. If it is not covered neither A nor B nor C nor M, it is a O, others, all others. Okay. VIPs means we have so many VIPs are there. IAS officers are there and some corporation chairmen is there. Okay. Yeah, Vedanta ji, please quick. Deepak ji.
Sir, all excess grant is examined by PSC, sir?
Yes, PS is the most powerful. It will examine the appropriation accounts. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, Deepak ji, quick.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, I want to difference between star and star question, sir.
Yeah, very easy. Start question means the minister should appear in the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and give oral answer to the member. Oral reply. Okay. Non-star means only written reply should be sent to the member and should be placed before parliament is sufficient. So if oral answer means definitely the member may ask supplementary question. Any query. But in the written answer, there is no such possibility. That is, start question is more powerful. Yeah.
Sir, 0 hour, sir, what question they are asking, sir?
Any question they may ask, 0 hour.
Okay, sir. So
without any notice. Yeah. Manila ji, excess grant is nothing but regularization of the excess expenditure. Suppose the grant is 100 rupees, but it is a unavoidable, we are spent 110 rupees. it is not possible to get the approval of the parliament in advance. So such excess expenditure, it is on recommendation by the PSC, the parliament after completion of the financial year give approval. That post facto approval is called excess grant. That is Article 115. Yeah, Arvindji?
Good evening, sir. Sir, I am asking a question related to doctrine of labs. As you said, that as per doctrine of labs, any present grant is valid for 1 year. But
Yes.
sir, but I have studied one of the topic that the umbrella works which have been provided, which are being provided for the works, are valid for the 2 years. How does this work, sir? I don't know
Valid
that we have
question.
not touched umbrella till now, but
Valid. Arvindji, very valid your query. See,
yes,
sanction is different. The grant is different.
okay, sir.
Here, validity of the estimate is 2 years. But you have to ask every year. Understand? The sanction is there. Suppose, Arvindji, I think you
Yes,
are
sir.
married and have son.
No, sir, I am not unmarried.
Okay. You are
Yes,
yes, your father, you ask your father for buying an iPhone.
okay, sir.
Okay. Yes, he granted. He sanctioned. Is it sufficient to sanction?
Okay, sir.
But he is not giving any money.
Okay, sir.
Understand? So he said, okay, go ahead. You can sanction. So when he should give money? Yes. When you presented the demand for grant, daddy, this amount is, yes, 85,000. Please give him money. So he will give money and he will put, yes, you are entitled for this iPhone for 2 years, this year or next year. But this time I am giving grant with a specific clause, you can spend up to 31st March. So if you are not spent, again it will lapse. Again next year you will lose. Sanction is there. Sanction is different. The granting of money is different. Okay.
So,
Sanction
can I?
is accorded by who? Sanction is given by the officer. But the amount grant is given by the parliament.
Okay, sir.
So based on sanction, you should ask every year. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, there is any supplementary question of this. Sir, but the umbrella funds, let it whatever be, that can also be utilized in first year itself. All
Utilizing?
that is valid for 2 years, but that can utilize in first year itself.
Yes.
Then how it will be works? Is it internal mechanism of railways or
No.
railway or?
First we